On January 2, 2024, a Japan Airlines plane was involved in a terrifying event at Tokyo's Haneda International Airport. The airplane caught fire during landing after colliding with a Japan Coast Guard plane, sadly killing 5 crew members. Fortunately, all 379 passengers and crew members were evacuated safely. This incident occurred while the plane was en route to deliver aid to earthquake victims, resulting in a swift evacuation and raising questions about the factors contributing to the crash. In this video, we'll explore the factors of the recent Japanese flight crash. So make sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel. Let's start the video. Collision details. As reported by Japanese media, the Japan Airlines Airbus A350 caught flames during a runway collision at Haneda Airport in Tokyo. Simultaneously, Coast Guard aircraft, on a mission to deliver earthquake relief to Niigata Prefecture after tremors claimed 55 lives, was involved in the incident. The collision occurred as the Japan Airlines plane Airbus A350 entered the airport's runway and crashed into the Coast Guard plane, which was on the same runway at the time. Shigenori Hirioka, the Director General of the Ministry's Civil Aviation Bureau, confirmed this sequence of events during a joint news conference with Coast Guard officials. 5 crew members died in the terrible accident. During the incident, the runway clearance warning lights failed, exacerbating difficulties. Furthermore, the in-flight announcement system failed, forcing the crew to use megaphones to instruct passengers. Notably, the pilots initially remained unaware of the fire until told by a flight attendant, underlining communication issues. The plane was on its way to give earthquake help when it crashed. Investigations are still underway, with a focus on air traffic communication and other variables that may have contributed to this terrible accident. The event raises serious concerns regarding aircraft safety and emergency response protocols. Investigators are looking into what happened to figure out what caused this upsetting event. Evacuation efforts. Passengers and aviation experts commended the efficiency of the evacuation process during the recent Japanese flight crash. Even though the Airbus A350's in-flight communication system wasn't working, the cabin crew used megaphones to expertly direct all 379 passengers and staff. Quick action by the local fire department, which sent out many fire trucks and other vehicles, was key in putting out the fire that quickly spread from the side of the plane and areas around the wing to the cabin. During the escape, people put their safety ahead of their personal belongings and left their carry-on bags behind. This made it clear how important it is to put passenger safety first in an emergency. Fundamentally, the Haneda Airport evacuation marvel exemplifies the crew and passengers' resourcefulness and resilience amid adversity. Initial reports. Initial reports regarding the Japanese plane disaster indicate that there were no technical or pre-landing engine issues. However, there are new questions about landing permissions and ongoing investigations into communication with air traffic control. It's still not clear what instructions led to the crash, which makes it harder to find the exact cause. Despite the lack of documented technical issues, the focus is now on understanding the communication breakdown and flight directions. As the authorities look into what happened, stories from passengers and eyewitnesses show how chaotic the cabin was during the flight. As the review continues, there are still concerns about how well the pilots followed the orders from air traffic control and whether there were any misunderstandings. People who work in aviation are waiting for the final results of the current probes to shed light on what happened in this tragic case. Eyewitness account. Accounts from passengers of the recent Japanese flight crash at Haneda Airport paint a clear picture of the terrifying moments. Anton Dibe, a 17-year-old Swedish passenger, witnessed the chaos within the cabin as flames covered the windows, inducing widespread panic among the other passengers. When the plane shook and black smoke got inside, people quickly got out of the way. 28-year-old passenger Tsubasa Sawada added to the story by saying that he heard an explosion after the evacuation, which showed how amazingly fast the escape happened. Eyewitnesses described the chaos that followed the event and emphasized how relieved families waiting outside the airport were when they heard that their loved ones were safe. In an amazing 18-minute window, passengers left their carry-on bags behind, ran to the emergency doors, and slid off the plane before it caught fire. Japanese media aptly described this evacuation process as miraculous. The stories show how quickly and efficiently both passengers and workers worked together in a dangerous situation, showing how strong they were and how quickly they thought of solutions that helped keep everyone to safety. Multi-agency investigation. The Japan Transport Safety Board, JTSB, along with Airbus and Rolls-Royce representatives, is launching a thorough investigation into the recent Tokyo plane crash. This joint effort will concentrate on the plane's departure from New Chitose Airport, flight operations, and the circumstances that led to the sad landing at Haneda. At the same time, Japan Airlines is talking to the crew to get important details. John Cox, an aviation expert for NBC News, says that it's important to look at air traffic control tapes and talk to both flight teams to figure out what happened in the crash. The review will specifically look into what happened before the crash, how the airport responded to help, and the fire that spread to the mostly carbon fiber plane. The GTSB also wants to look into the working conditions of the air traffic managers and focus on what happened right before the crash. Airport operations and flight disruptions. Because of the crash at Haneda International Airport, flights were temporarily canceled. Japan Airlines' competitor, All Nippon Airways ANA, also had to cancel a lot of flights because of the event, which shows how it affected how the airport worked as a whole. Safety concerns were raised afterward, which led to probes into the working conditions of air traffic managers. The incident also raised concerns about the impact on relief efforts. This closure caused various flight cancellations and delays at Haneda Airport, underlining the broader consequences of the collision. Government response and safety measures. Transport Minister Sato addressed the Japanese flight crash, highlighting the unclear cause and assuring collaboration between multiple agencies, including the police and JTSB. Prime Minister Fumio Kishida expressed sorrow over the Coast Guard crew's deaths, emphasizing the government's commitment to maintaining earthquake relief efforts. The Japan Transport Safety Board, with Airbus and Rolls-Royce representatives, launched a comprehensive investigation covering the aircraft's departure, flight operations, and the Haneda landing. The government's commitment to a thorough investigation is evident. Japan Airlines is actively interviewing the crew for crucial insights. The incident at Haneda Airport, Asia Pacific's busiest in 2023, raises heightened safety concerns, echoing worries expressed by aviation analyst John Cox and reinforcing the National Transportation Safety Board's ongoing vigilance. The aviation community awaits the findings of the multi-agency probe to enhance safety measures and prevent similar incidents in the future. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with more exciting content. Thanks for watching.